Call the meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Ms. Beluska? Present. Mr. Comiskey?
Here.
Mr. DeSarno?
Here.
Mayor Morgan?
Here.
Mrs. Joffrey?
Here.
Mr. Kogan?
Here.
Mrs. McKnight?
Here.
Salute the flag.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It's a public meeting of Borough Council, Borough of New Providence, County of Union, State of New Jersey. Adequate notice has been given in accordance with PL 1975, Chapter 231. That annual notice of revision was made in conformance with Section 13 of the Act. Tonight we have Kathleen want to come up, and I'm going to read proclamation. Whereas every day, more than 120 Americans are killed by gun violence and more than 200 are shot and wounded. And whereas New Jersey has 427 gun deaths every year, a rate of 4.8 deaths per 100,000 people, a crisis that costs the state $5.3 billion each year. Whereas mayors, public officials, and law enforcement officers across the nation are working to end senseless violence to protect public safety in communities they serve. Whereas support for the Second Amendment rights of law-abiding citizens goes hand in hand with keeping guns away from people with dangerous histories. And whereas gun violence prevention is more important than ever, as we see an increase in firearm homicides and non-fatal shootings across the country, increased calls for domestic violence hotlines, and an increase in city gun violence. Whereas on June 7, 2024, people across the United States will recognize National Gun Violence Awareness Day and wear orange in tribute to Pendleton, who was tragically shot and killed at the age of 15 in January 2013, as well as other victims of gun violence and their loved ones. And whereas wearing orange on June 7, 2024, Americans will raise awareness about gun violence, renew our commitment to reduce gun violence, and pledge to do all we can to keep firearms out of the hands of people who should not have them, who should not have access to them, and encourage responsible gun ownership to help keep our families and communities safe. Now, there it be resolved that I, Alan Morgan, Mayor of the Borough of New Providence, proclaim June 7, 2024 as National Gun Violence Awareness Day to honor and remember all victims of survivors of gun violence and encourage all citizens to support the efforts to reduce gun violence. You forgot?
She's got my, she wants me to take stuff. It's okay. Can they come up, the orange, other orange people?
Yeah.
Can they take it? I can take it.
Hello.
I qualify.
They are.
I'm also a survivor.
Wait, we need to pull up this stuff. Copies all the way here. This is not so good. Take those. Some say this and some say that. There's two here, I think. Excellent. Thank you.
And I will read this.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Okay, we have public hearing on ordinance 2408. Please read the title.
An ordinance appropriating the sum of $139,000 from the Capital Improvement Fund located in the Capital Fund of the Borough of New Providence for the purchase of a truck-mounted sewer cleaner and all required accessories for the New Providence wastewater treatment plant.
Okay. At this time, we have a public hearing. Thank you for coming, ladies.
Thank you.
Anybody wishing to address?
I have no comment.
Okay. Seeing nobody else, I declare the public hearing closed. Roll call, please.
I just need a motion, too.
Motion.
So moved.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Belisca?
Aye.
Mr. Kaminsky?
Aye.
Mr. DeSarno?
Aye.
Mrs. Joffrey?
Here.
Mr.
Yes.
Mr. Kogan?
Here and
Miss-
yes.
Mrs. McKnight?
Yes.
Okay, I need a motion for approval of minutes for May 14th.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yes.
No? So be it. We have some correspondence. PSC&G about electric and gas rate increases. Notice of public hearing, PSC&G for Clean Energy Future Program, County of Union, Infrastructure and Aid Grant Award Letter. And I want to thank the County of Union giving us $50,000 again this year, and we're going to use it for paving. Rebecca Caniglio, requests from the Caniglios to address their noise, traffic, quality of life issues, and they have been referred to mediation to Judge Tomazzi in June, and I think this is what I told them to do 3 years ago. City of Summit ordinance, introduction, Morris Broad Crossroad Overlay Zone. Any comments? No? Let's go to council business. Lisa, administration.
Thank you, Mayor. We've got resolution, I'm going to start by saying that these two resolutions go together. These are the purchases that are going to complete the third floor conference room. It's going to make it a better space for holding medium to large size meetings with audiovisual capabilities and movable furniture. Currently, the only borough space for this type of meeting is the Lincoln Room, which only comfortably holds 12 people. So I think this will be a big improvement. I do know that there's quite a demand too for meeting space. So hopefully this does the trick. So with that, we have resolution 2024-155. It's a resolution approving of requisition R240127 for Global Furniture Group doing business as Paramount FMS in the amount not to exceed $7,454.16 for office chairs. This is contract number ESCNJ 22-23-08. And so this is for the, obviously for the chairs for the third floor conference room. Then we have resolution 2024-156. This is a resolution approving requisition R240138 for Uline Inc. in the amount not to exceed $3,835.92 for the conference room mobile training tables. And these are flip-top tables. What is that exactly, is a flip-top
So
table?
they're similar to the library's tables that they have in their, in the Conti room right now.
Oh, awesome. Those
So
are great.
they'll be able to nest into each other and stack
Yes.
if we need more room in the room.
Perfect. Resolution 2024-157 is a resolution approving final payment to TNS Painting and Maintenance, Inc. in the amount of $2,200 for the project known as Municipal Center Painting. This is the final painting, or the final payment for the painting and wallpaper on the second and third floor of the Municipal Center.
I'll tell you, it really looks nice, and with the new carpeting, it was long overdue. So,
Yeah, thank you for spearheading that.
yeah. Okay, community activities, Matt.
Thank you. Resolution 2024-158 is a salary resolution. This resolution is hiring New Providence alum and women's basketball state champion Megan Lamana as our summer gym monitor for our youth and adult programs this summer.
Great. Finance, Diane.
Thank you, Mayor. Resolution 2024-159 is a resolution authorizing payment of the attached bills payable list in the amount of $1,142,690.46. Significant items include $881,081.70 for the City of Summit 2024 annual sewer charge, $39,725.25, which is County of Union second quarter 2024 dispatch fees, $19,875.09 for Aurora and Associates Safe Routes to School Engineering and Design Progress Payment, and $18,780 for MJ Pepe and Sons paving at Lions Park, which looks amazing, by the way, and will add a lot of functionality. Resolution 2024-160 is a transfer resolution approving the transfer of 2024 funds into reserve or trust fund accounts for the purpose of the revaluation, I always say that word wrong, state unemployment insurance, snow removal / storm recovery, terminal leave, and tax appeals. And the next three resolutions are all resolutions providing for the insertion of any special item of revenue in the 2024 budget pursuant of NJS 40A 4-87, Chapter 159, PL 1948. So Resolution 2024-161 is for County of Union 2024 infrastructure and municipal aid grants, and that's approving the insertion of the $50,000 from Union County infrastructure grant into the budget to be used for road paving, which the mayor just mentioned. Resolution 2024-162 is the National Opioid Settlement 2024, and that's approving the insertion of $9,492.34 into the budget to be used for opioid remediation. And then Resolution 2024-163 is Bulletproof Vest Partnership Program 2024, and that's approving the insertion of $3,939.60 for the Bulletproof Vest Partnership Program into the budget. And if you remember, we have these special insertions because if we don't have these exact numbers at the time of our budget, this is how we put them into our budget.
Okay, personnel, Alex.
Thank you, Mayor. Resolution 2024-164, resolution appointing Michael Felizzola as part-time payroll clerk and HR manager for the Borough of New Providence. His hire date is tomorrow, 5/29, to assist and train with Emily Mainman before she resigns at the end of June. Public Works.
Might as well.
Yeah.
You're on a roll.
Resolution 2024-165, resolution advancing Mike Giamella to step C in the Public Works Department for the Borough of New Providence. This is a step-up advancement as per the collective bargaining agreement. Resolution 2024-166, resolution advancing Ali, I'm going to try it, Bernadette, Deniz Kurdu to step G in the Public Works Department of the Borough of New Providence. Same thing, step advancement as per the collective bargaining agreement. Resolution 2024-167, requisition approving requisition R2401090 for Rapid Pump and Meter Service Company Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $14,105 for 12-in check valves for the low lift pumps at lift pumps 1 and 2 at the wastewater treatment plant, Bergen County Co-op number 21-13. This approves the purchase of check valves for the low lift pumps 1 and 2. If anybody know what check valves are?
No.
Okay.
Sounds familiar.
All right. We can do a lesson later.
Don't get back slow.
It allows the water or waste to flow only in one direction, and it stops.
Come back.
Resolution 2024-168, resolution approving requisition R2401126 for Gen Electric Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $13,496 for replacement audio speakers for South and Central Avenue crosswalk. This approves repairs and upgrades to the audio capabilities at the traffic light at the intersection of South Street and Central Avenue as per the ADA. Audible pedestrian signals are supposed to be implemented in most traffic signals to assist the visually impaired as they can cross the street.
Okay, let's go to committee reports. I just want to thank everybody who participated in the Memorial Day Parade. The rain held off, but it was so humid, I wish it would have rained. But it's a hometown tradition here, and something that a lot of different people like to enjoy watching and participate in. It's amazing. You have a lot of participation with a lot of different service groups, you know, and the whole thing is about, you know, honoring our fallen soldiers. And we go back all the way back to the Revolutionary War, and it's nice to see everybody get together and keep that in mind and keep focused that it's a solemn occasion. It's not one to, just for picnics and things like that.
I thought your letter, you read the letter from Bill, was it Bill?
From Bill Masulo, and, you know,
Very good point.
he brought up a good point. It was always May 30th, and then in the 70s, they made it a 3-day weekend. It kind of took away the meaning of Memorial Day, but, you know, progress, I guess. And every first Friday, we have chat with the mayor in the Lincoln Room, and that's 6:30 to 8 on not this Friday, the following Friday. So that's all I have. Diane?
Well, and just to bounce off your comment about the people who have served our country, the cemetery tours are back. I don't have the exact dates. You can look at the website for the Historical Society, because John Sponauer does a really great job discussing, different veterans who have fought in almost every war, who are buried in our cemeteries.
A major general from the Civil War buried in the Presbyterian Church.
Yeah.
Major General Ludlow.
That's really cool. And the only other thing I really have is, because I know somebody else is going to talk about every 15 minutes, is the Historical Society has their flea market on Saturday, June 8th from 9 to 3. And something that I've never focused on is that they also take donations of gently used items. So I know that the bulk pickups are coming up. So if you have something that you think might be somebody else's treasure, you can drop it off at the salt box. And again, that's on the Historical Society's page if that's something that you'd like to do.
Why don't you do every 15 minutes? Yeah. Were you at the presentation, at the assembly today?
No, I wasn't able to. I had a doctor's appointment with my mom.
No, I wasn't at the assembly, but Councilwoman Belisco was a very pivotal part of every 15 minutes, so I want to give her a shout out.
Yes.
Thank you. She ran the makeup.
Every year.
Every year.
Well, this is only my second time.
But
Pretty much.
it was a very important part of the presentation. You know, I was just going to thank everybody who worked on it. I was going to thank you. So since you were there and you did so much of it, why you want to talk about that?
It's an amazing program. It happens every 2 years. It's for the juniors and seniors in the high school. And it's a huge, huge coordination effort. You have the police department, you have the fire department, you have EMS, you have the high school, you have the actual videographers. Several things of note this year which were really cool, well, every year, that are a lot of the teachers and guidance will say, it's amazing how many people on our volunteer rescue squad and fire department are prior students. So that's always really cool to see those students who are actually in, real life heroes coming back and helping the high school kids. It was very, very poignant because of some of the kids who were involved with it. Our own Chief Hen and Chief Vinnie Waco Fire Department, their kids were involved. Another really cool thing was as they were interviewing the kids, because the kids volunteer for this, as they were interviewing, one of the kids was like, well, I really like to be behind the camera, Dylan Mangle, and they actually let him do some of the filming and the photographs and stuff, which was really cool. But then the other really, really awesome thing about our volunteer departments, and I know it's a little bit not about drunk driving and distracted driving, which that message is hit home, and that's very poignant for everybody. But the cool thing was, it was incredibly hot. And unfortunately, it was just hot. And some of the kids back in the room when I was cleaning up, because they came into the room to take off their makeup, they were saying, you know, it was really cool because everybody was in character, but then, you know, the EMS worker or volunteers were saying, you know, are you sure you're okay? Like, come out of character. Are you sure you're okay? You're not looking so good. You're a little hot. Like, they were
That was a makeup.
in character, but then, well, actually, no.
They're professionals.
Yeah, they
It
are.
was amazing how they could pivot.
Yeah.
So actually, shout out to Jess, because you're so pivotal with EMS. But it was just so cool to hear that side of it this time. So sorry, I keep going
No,
on
it's
and on,
great.
but it was a very impactful program.
And today was the assembly where the kids view it.
Yeah, and it'll be on.
It'll be on YouTube, I think, within the week, so I
It's
highly
actually
recommend.
on there now.
It's
I
on
I
there
watched
now?
it today, actually.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did.
I highly
did.
recommend watching it on YouTube. It's just, you know it's not real, but it's still,
Yeah, I'll tell you, you know, Joe Narciso, I don't know, you know, one of the producers, he's one of the most talented, he's so talented,
He's
that
so
guy.
talented.
One of my favorites, but I did watch it, like I said, and I know it's not real, right? And Vinny's yelling, his daughter's in the car, and I'm like, I'm literally tearing up. I'm like, holy cow.
Vinny was amazing.
It's impactful, right? And I think that's
His
the point.
voice was,
right? Yeah.
They had a
Pretty
couple
cool.
extra days. Usually the turnaround time for the video is not even 24 hours. Like, they finish filming the court scenes and then they have to go in and edit and for the next morning. But they had a couple extra days because of the extra day for vacation, so it
The
was,
thing that always amazes me is how the police, the EMS, the fire department, and even the road department, they all work together. And they all know what to do, and they do it in the proper steps at the proper time. And they're just amazing. So we're extremely fortunate to have all of our paid and volunteer people. Anything else?
that's it.
And thank you.
Yeah, Matt.
Okay, so just mention a few things from recreation. Just coming up this summer, just want to mention a few items and some dates here. We have the inaugural Green Challenge, which is going to be from June 7th to July 15th. That's on the website now. You can go on the website and get the information, sign up. There'll be challenges throughout the program for people to take on, and there's a raffle and all good stuff going on with that. July 3rd, our fireworks, we'll be having a DJ at MP Fuel as well, right? Fireworks at 9:15 on July 3rd. Summer concert series kicks off in July 11th, 18th, and 25th. Always a fun time. And National Night Out, you know, honoring our police, EMS, and fire in August at Centennial Park, August 6th, 6 to 8. So just wanted to mention those things now so you can get your summer calendars ready to go.
Thank you. Pete?
Just real quick, I went to the sustainability meeting on May 22nd, which Councilman Cogan will detail. Also, just a quick thought, as we were all sharing our thoughts from the parade yesterday and the events of the day. Obviously, a thoughtful day, a moving day, but at the same time, also, I think an extremely proud day and thankful day for this community that we live in, and watching all the different organizations of good people and caring people and giving people walking by. So just a wonderful day, really.
Hometown feel.
Yep, absolutely.
thank you, Mayor. I also have a reminder for an upcoming event on June 9th. We discussed it at the last meeting, is the Diversity Committee is going to be having their Unity Day. We're working with the fine folks of Berkeley Heights, so that's going to be at the Berkeley Heights YMCA at 10 a.m. on June 9th. Highly recommend everybody come out and join the holy celebration at the end. This was very interesting. I got this yesterday after the parade. The Presbyterian Church, and I will hand this out for the video. The Presbyterian Church is also working on food insecurity that unfortunately is hitting everywhere. And they are going to be doing drive-through dinners. It starts tomorrow, and I was reading on their website, and I just want to make sure I say it correctly. So on Wednesday, May 29th, from 5 to 7 p.m., New Providence Presbyterian Church will provide meals at no cost to residents of New Providence and surrounding communities. The program is called Drive-Through Dinners, and it will operate each month on a Wednesday evening to supply dinners free of charge to the surrounding community. Those dinners are for those who might be having a bad day, struggling to make ends meet, or simply exhausted, running out of time, and unable to cook. There need not be a financial need. You are invited to come and enjoy a freshly cooked meal. Meals will be on a first-come, first-served basis. Meals will be available in single and family sizes and will be labeled with the ingredients. The meals will be distributed on the driveway at the rear of the church, just off Passaic Avenue, so it seems like you just need to drive up, and you will be greeted by church members who will provide you with the dinner. You know, just another example of, you know, our amazing churches, our amazing congregations, just trying to provide a need for somebody. So that's an outstanding program. So it starts tomorrow, and it will be once a month on a Wednesday. So thank you to the Presbyterian Church. We'll make sure this flyer is on our video. And that's all I have.
Alex?
Just real quick, Matt already mentioned from the Sustainability Committee, the next big event is, it's through the Recreation Department. June 17th through July 14th is the Green Challenge. Anybody that signs up through the website gets an automatic free gift from Union County, but there's many other raffles, as Matt mentioned, including a Yeti cooler you can probably win. The Green Challenge celebration will be on July 18th at 6 p.m. in Centennial Park. So that's a very nice event, a lot of good ideas, and if you sign up, you'll get a weekly email from the challenge and to give you some nice tips. But that's all I have.
Okay, great. Lisa?
Since everybody has their calendars out, we've got a couple more events. The Friends of the Library are busy planning the second annual murder mystery. It's going to be on November 16th, so there's plenty of time. You can clear your calendar. No excuses. November 16th. Last year was so much fun. Everybody was involved and participating. It was just fun. So if you can make it, it's a great fundraiser for the library. And then speaking of the library as well, they are hosting they're hosting the Alzheimer's Association on Wednesday, June 12th, from 12 o'clock to 1:30 in the Conti Room. They're going to be there talking about these are some of the things. Alzheimer's is not normal aging. It's a disease of the brain that causes problems with memory, thinking, and behavior. So they're going to go over some of the things to look for, some of the stages of the disease, the risk factors, current research and treatments that are available. So I think that might be a very good event. I think that we did post it on our website. So again, June 12th from 12 to 1, Understanding Alzheimer's and Dementia.
June 12th, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
I do have, I'm sorry, just to give a shout out, because we have 2 Eagle Scout ceremonies coming up. Troop 1 is Patrick Fanning, and that's next weekend. And then Troop 63 the following weekend, Luke Clausen and Dylan Mangle. And I believe all 3 of them had really cool service projects. Patrick Fanning, speaking of the library, it was the bench in front of the library. Luke Clausen did something with the rec department and the tennis courts. And Dylan Mangle did something for the fire department. So, you know, awesome kids doing things for our town also. So shout out to them.
Mayor, I love that bench around the tree.
That's nice,
beautiful.
well done. Mayor, if I may, there's one other announcement. I just realized our next council meeting looks like it's June 11th, if I'm not mistaken. On June 9th will be the annual New Jersey Sharing Networks 5K here in New Providence. So just to make sure everyone's aware of that as well. Thank you.
Busy weekend.
Trying to make me feel bad now? I gotta go start working out for that.
I ran it cold turkey last year.
Ooh, nice, good for you.
I might be able to walk.
You could do it.
You can run it for me.
Okay.
I'll walk Millie.
Bernadette?
Bernadette?
Thank you, Mayor. Just a few updates for council. Division Avenue is scheduled to be paved on tomorrow and, what's today? I don't even know. It's Wednesday and Thursday, the 29th and 30th. Maple Street will be going out to bid on May 30th. Bids will be opened on June 18th, and we're hoping for a quick turnaround on that to get that project underway. South Street Water Main Replacement Project is underway. Please take note of the detours at night. And just a reminder that the Passaic Street Bridge Replacement Project will start in early July. And I'm going to say this until you don't want to hear it anymore. It's going to be a full road closure that is anticipated to take at least 12 months to finish. So it's going to be a big project, and detours will be posted. That's all I have.
Okay. This time we have public comments, and anybody, member of the public, to be heard with issues that are not separate issues scheduled for public hearings tonight can help facilitate the orderly meeting and permit all to be heard. Speakers are asked to limit their comments to 3 minutes, and they only speak on one topic. Yes, Kathleen.
Kathleen Dolan, 12 Laurel Drive. Just a couple of two quick questions, and then I just want to comment a little bit more on Ware Orange, because I just wanted to share some information. Mike Felizola, is that the dad or the son that's joining?
Dad.
The dad? Oh, cool. Okay. And I just wanted to make a note about how pleased I was that we had Linda Kale as the Grand Marshal for the Memorial Day Parade. I don't know if she was the first woman to be the parade marshal.
That I don't know.
No, I think Peggy, wasn't Peggy?
Peggy Broder.
Peggy
Yeah.
Broder was,
Oh,
yeah.
Peggy Broder was before. Okay, good to know. Yeah, because I forgot about Peggy. Okay, good. So I just wanted to share some information about some upcoming Gun Violence Awareness Day events that I didn't get a chance to say before. And we invite the New Providence community to join us in all of these, or one or more. So the first is this Saturday morning, June 1st in Plainfield, and they are conducting a Wear Orange March from their Plainfield Arts Center to City Hall. The march begins around 9:30, and the ceremony will conclude around 11. The second one is happening on Friday evening, June 7th, which is National Gun Violence Awareness Day, and that's going to be in Summit on the Summit Green, where a Wear Orange rally will be held from 5 to 6:30 p.m., and speakers from all over the state will share their stories and perspectives on preventing gun violence in our area. That's all I had.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Alan Swanson, 47 Overhill Road. I wasn't anticipating speaking tonight, but just a couple of comments that you made wanted me to speak. And first of all, I'd like to say I appreciate your comments yesterday and the letter that you read at the service at Veterans Park.
Well, like I said, I'm not a veteran, so when Bill wrote that letter to me, I said, let's read this letter from his perspective. I mean, we all have our own perspective, but I thought it was fitting and proper to read his letter.
Well,
and he was very emotional about it. When I read it, he was all choked up. So it meant something.
I understand that, and one of the things that what made me so appreciate what you said was that it really does grate on me to be wished a happy Memorial Day. I think there's enough said about that in terms of why it grates on me. But there's something else I wanted to say that, given the proclamation, and that is, as we go through our lives, we have significant experiences that alter our lives. Deaths in the family, births of our children, serious illnesses, and things like that. And so I wear a pin as a survivor of gun violence because that the experience that I had was life-altering. I kind of owe my existence at this point in my life to the doctors at Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center, and the fact that the person who had the gun in my stomach and said he was going to kill me didn't pull the trigger. I've never speak about it because it's a very difficult thing to talk about because of, I see it in talking about it at this moment. And this happened to me, oddly enough, when I was in the infantry of the U.S. Army. And fortunately for me, the most serious experience that I ever had related to life-threatening was that individual. So I thought it would, I just to give you a face of someone who has experienced and survived that experience. I just thought it would, I would share that with you. So that was really all I wanted to say. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing.
I think we all understand gun violence is abhorrent. You know, I know Nadine and Lisa and Diane are all working on this mental health. A lot of it is stemmed from mental health. People, not enough people, places for people to go, and that really need the help. And unfortunately, it's pretty easy to get a gun if you know where to go. I wouldn't know the first place where to go, but, you know, I guess if you live in that environment, like in the cities and stuff, you know where to get the firearms. So, at this point, I will declare the public hearings closed and go to formal action. Need a motion for items 1 through 14.
So moved.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Belisca?
Aye.
Mr. Kaminsky?
Aye.
Mr. DeSarno?
Aye.
Mrs. Joffre?
Yes.
Mr. Kogan?
Yes.
Mrs. McKnight?
Yes.
I have a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
No, so be it. Thank you all for coming tonight.
Thank you.
Go Rangers.
Go
And
Rangers.
go Rangers. Are
Game
they
start?
winning?
8 o'clock.
Any score yet?
I don't know, I haven't looked.
Really?
That even